Hello and welcome to another room tour. This time we are at the Grand Floridian. Very fancy. Yes, I know we treated ourselves to a couple nights here with a theme park view, and I will show you that in a moment. But I'm going to come over to the door first of all. So this, we believe, is an accessible room. There's a few things in this room which I will show you, but we are on the third floor and the room number is 7318, I believe, 7328. I will double check that. I'll put it on screen and let you know, but this is where we are looking currently. So this is kind of out towards Seven Seas Lagoon here. And when you come into the room, obviously you have your room over here. But on the right hand side is where you have your wardrobe. So I believe that the kind of design here is supposed to be like a really pale pink, but it's gorgeous. It's got birds and flowers on, which you also see kind of throughout the resort itself. There are some really nice areas, but inside the wardrobe is where you have your steamer. This backpack will not be included. That is my own personal backpack. And you have your head right in this little box over here, which is fancy. Maybe because there's not that many kind of drawers in this room, so maybe that's why. You have a very big safe compared to some of the other resorts that I've stayed at. This is probably the biggest safe that I've seen. And then we have more towels and things down below on those bottom two shelves. Actually, that's not a towel, that is a robe. So I have seen in other kind of videos that you do get robes in the Grand Floridian, but I didn't know they were hidden down here. I had forgotten about them. So if you're in an accessible room, perhaps they're folded up instead of being hung up. So that's probably the only hotel that you get at Disney that has the robes. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. So that is the left-hand side. And then on the right-hand side, you have your extra pillow and blanket. Again, this is kind of adjusted, I believe, so everything is at that lower height. So you've got your coat hangers at a more accessible height. You do still have your luggage thing there as well. Excuse the jackets. They had a lot of creases, so they needed to go up straight away. But yeah, so you've got your luggage thing, you've got your coat hangers as normal, and then you have your full-length mirror. Now, this is the only full-length mirror in the room. So it's a little bit annoying that you have to open the kind of wardrobe to get access to it, but it is what it is, and it is lit, so that might be useful if you're doing your outfit checks on a morning before you head out to the park. So that's your wardrobe space. And then over here we have kind of your tea, coffee making area. So you've got the Keurig, you've got we've got lots and lots of coffee pods. Hopefully you will all get them as well. These are, of course, the Joffrey's coffee, and you have some cups and some more kind of condiments and stuff like that. And there is also some breakfast tea and a green tea as well. Fun thing about the Grand Floridian, you have actual cups. So these are kind of proper porcelain cups and proper glasses, which is a bit of a novelty. I've not had that anywhere else. And then you also have your ice bucket back here as well if you want to go grab some ice. We've kind of put our resort mugs up here on the shelf, but there is a handy shelf if you want to store your snacks and whatnot. Again, this is a well-lit area, and I love all of the wallpaper back here is obviously got that Mary Poppins theme, and I love the blue colour as well. Very, very pretty, and that kind of continues all the way up. And then down here you have a little drawer, which I believe probably was to store coffee pods, but it is empty for us. And then in here you have your cooler, which is suitably stocked for us. Lots of water and things. It is a wine cooler, or a beverage cooler, I should say. So it's not going to keep things really cold, which is a bit unfortunate. I would think for this price point, maybe they could have put a proper fridge in here, but hey. So now we're going to move into the bathroom. So as I said, accessible room. This is probably going to look a little bit different to what your room will probably end up like, but I hope the artwork is the same because this is gorgeous. It's really pretty, just really nice colors, and then it's kind of two-toned on the wall, so you've got the nice white up top and then the blue down the bottom. Here is your toilet. There is some nice tiles on the floor. I'm really careful about what gets slippery, so I would hope that this floor and this tile hopefully won't get too slippery. We have so many towels, lots and lots of towels. Here is your Disney kind of blurb about kind of being sensible with the towel usage and kind of consider reusing them, obviously to help the planet. And then we have this lovely kind of mirror area. So this is beautiful. I love the lit up mirror. It's so, so pretty. The gold is really nice with the kind of cooler tones that we have in the room. So that's nice. And you've obviously got your pull out mirror as well, which lights up, magnifies, all of that fun stuff. And then we do have some tissues. There is also a waste paper bin down here as well. So we've got some tissues on here. We have our lovely Disney Resort bath soap, which is in the sea salt flavour. That will definitely be coming home with me. Here is your sink area. So you've got 2 taps, just a single sink here. And then you've also got your kind of body lotion, again, similar to what we saw, and hand soap. And there is also mouthwash here. Not had that at any of the other resorts that I've stayed at. So that may also be coming home in the bag with me. But there you go. There are some little amenities there for you. And there's also the chargers or the sockets, plugs, whatever you want to call them, on the wall as well, for your shavers and whatnot. So there isn't a bath in this bathroom. Instead, we have kind of a wet room, which makes sense with it being accessible. There is also this rug on the floor, which I'm guessing to try and stop any kind of too much leakage from the shower or too many drops everywhere. So this is the wet room. There is a nice big shower head. There's also kind of a handle shower head, which you can use, take off. I haven't used the shower yet, so I can't tell you how it is, but it looks similar in design to one we had at Boardwalk, which was good. And then obviously you have your products down here, which are the pumps. So I personally prefer these over kind of the press down on the top. They're a little bit easier to use, I find, so it's nice to have these. And you also have a cubby hole for your own little products here. And there's obviously handrails for the accessibility, and there's also a seat. So if you need to make use of that, it is there for you here as well. I will say the tile in the shower is a little bit different to what's out here, which is nice. I quite like the feel of the tile here. You've kind of got nice tiles, and the tiles here are nice as well. They're kind of like a really grey blue. I don't know if the camera is picking them up quite doing them justice, but they feel quite modern. You do still have your kind of clothesline as well, so if you need to dry off some bathing suits or whatnot, you can, and it's all at that accessible height, so you're not losing out on anything. One thing I did find quite handy is this little section. There is just a little shelf here, which is going to be great for storing our products because there's no kind of under the sink storage here. So you do have this little shelf here. I would have loved maybe some more drawers or something in here, but I guess they need to kind of keep the area kind of as open as possible. So not a big deal. We're only here for a couple of nights, so it can be fine. Speaking of big deals, this is our luggage. So we have struggled to find somewhere to hide our luggage or put them away. This is not kind of a bad deal, but if you were here for like a prolonged period, it might be more of an issue. The reason why I said that is because the beds are lower. So I think perhaps, again, this is due to the accessibility. Normally, perhaps in the other rooms, they would be higher. Let me know if you've stayed in these rooms. Let me know if you can get the suitcases under there in other rooms. But obviously, the beds need to be lower for good reason. So that's why we can't store our suitcases there. But there's not really an alternative, which is not all that great. But we are only here for a couple of days, so we're going to make do with it. But anyway, let's move on to the bedroom. So here we have 2 queen beds. I believe you can also request a king bed, and which will still come with the sofa bed. So this is the sofa bed that pulls out. We're not going to use that, so I'm not going to pull it out, but it does pull out as well. So you can sleep 5 in here. But obviously if you requested a king bed, then you could only have the king bed and the sofa bed, so that would obviously change things up. But I quite like the way the queen beds are set up, and they're plenty big enough. Anyway, that's enough about beds. Let's talk about this artwork, which kind of feels very fitting, the same sort of colours from what we had in the bathroom. Really love it. Again, it's fitting with the Victorian vibes. And then we have kind of this fancy paneling on the back wall, which has got a couple shades of blue in here. And then you've obviously got the darker blue on the headboards as well, which are very fancy. They were definitely saying, let's be a bit bougie here. But these lights look nice. And I think they will be good for when we're kind of wanting to kind of relax on a night. And you've also got a reading light as well. So if you need to read, you can kind of flip these out. They do rotate quite well actually, but you don't want to be shining them in the eyes of whoever you're sharing your bed with, so something to bear in mind. The left hand side on here, you just get a little cubby hole, not even a cubby hole, it's literally a little tiny shelf, but there is 2 plugs underneath. And there is also a USB and a USB-C. If you're thinking about how am I going to charge my devices, there is that there for you. Okay, and then on the bed, you obviously have 2 pillows. You've got this fancy pillow, which will probably be coming off. And then as I move around, you can see that there is also a carpet on the floor, which I really like. Not carpet, it's more of a rug, given that it kind of stops around where the beds do. And then you have the kind of wooden floor, which is a chevron style. Love this floor. It feels really nice so far. So really like that. And then in the middle between the 2 beds, you have your nightstand, which has this gorgeous lamp on it. It's got some little floral details on it. And it's got like a nice glass kind of stand on it as well. Obviously, you've got your phone. There are some kind of outlets behind here. Some of these have been taken up, but I think if you kind of need to, you can probably charge your own things in them as well. But on the side of the nightstand, you also have kind of a USB, a USB-C, and 2 more outlets. And then you have your drawers, which comes with the Bible by Gideon's, obviously. And another drawer down here, which is empty. So there you go. You've got some a little bit more storage in there if you want to put some like makeup bits or whatever in there as well. There is also 3 light switches behind the bed here. So you have to get out of bed to go ahead and turn those lights off when it is time to sleep. And just on the other side as well, you do have your outlets, which are the same as what was on the left-hand side. So that's good. No bed is kind of getting left out with outlets, which I really appreciate because sometimes you do get that. And then you have over here, you've got another one of these little shelves. This bed feels a little bit kind of far away from that. I don't know if that's just me, but you've got your outlets under there as well, your little lights up here. And then you've got this little kind of vanity area, which will be great for doing your makeup with a nice little stool under there. It's very plush, looks nice. Curtain wise, we are going with, I feel like I should check in on the curtains because they do a good job of the curtains. So curtains wise, we have this kind of fancy pattern, but it's very pale pink on almost like a cream. So they don't really stand out that much, but they do kind of complement the other colours that they've gone for in this room. And then again, because I did say about accessibility, instead of the kind of just like levers, like poles, you have the hoops as well. So I'm going to spin round and we have, oh, I have to talk about this light. It's so cute. So it's like a little mini modern take on a chandelier, I think. And the top row is all birds until you keep going and there is a little penguin up there. That is a penguin. A subtle little nod to Mary Poppins there. And then obviously in the middle, we've got the candles as well. And then we have our TV, which is wall mounted, and it does have kind of a little frame around it, which is nice to kind of center it. And then we have 4 drawers, 4 big drawers, I would say. They're very good sized. You could get a lot of items in there. So if you're kind of worried about drawer space, don't be. There is plenty of drawers. We'd love a good drawer here. And then you do have some kind of little park details. This is one of the, I believe it's the only resort that actually does do in-room dining, should I say. So you can have it brought up to your room if you want to. And here is a little bit of a look at that. Very tempting to have breakfast brought to us on the balcony. That would be amazing. There is a £5 charge. And 18% gratuity will be added to all orders, so bear that in mind. Oh, you can even get fancy cocktails on that as well. Very fancy cocktails. And also champagne, of course. So yeah, that's your in-dine menu, and then the bag is not included. But this is your Hey Disney. So we do get these in every room now, I believe. I think they're in every room. We don't tend to use them, but we're not big Alexa users either or anything like that. So we don't tend to use them, but it is here if you want it. And just behind that, there is also instructions on how to do the sofa bed. So if you need a little bit of hand, it's there. It is quite a big sofa, and we have sat on it already, and it's okay. It's not the most comfortable sofa in the world, but it does its job, and it's nice and blue. And it does have a little table here as well. And you also have a lamp in the corner, should you want to sit there, read, or just enjoy the room. And we also have some more artwork. These are the final two pieces. It's very much giving Cherry Lane, Mary Poppins, and I love it. There is kind of her silhouette there, kind of just dropping in to say hi and look after the children as you do. But yes, I love all of the artwork in this room. I think they have done a good job with that. So let's have a look at that theme park view and also the balcony. So to access the balcony, it's not a sliding door, it's just a handle. There is also a lock on it if you want to lock it. But this is kind of our balcony. We are sharing it, and there is a divider between it. And then we have 2 chairs. So again, some fancy kind of iron chairs here. And there is also a little table down here as well. It's all kind of nicely tiled as well. So you don't have to worry about kind of being uncomfortable on your feet. And then we do have this good kind of cover here on the balcony. So it's very kind of well protected, I would say. So if you have young ones, you should be good. But then over here, if you look out onto this, look at that. That is Seven Seas Lagoon. And over there, you will see Magic Kingdom and the castle and Space Mountain. You can also see kind of the boats coming and going, which is nice. You can hear the sounds. You can also see the Contemporary as well, which is quite cool. It's really fun because we can watch the monorails go round as well. So beautiful, beautiful view. Obviously, we did pay a premium for it, and this is like a major treat. But we can't wait to watch the fireworks up here later tonight and just see what happens. This is the boat dock down here as well. So if you are considering staying in this room, this is going to be the boat dock. So we're kind of waiting to kind of see when the boat comes, and then we'll run downstairs and try and jump on it as well. So it's really good that we're close to this transportation. And we also timed our walk to the monorail as well, and it was like 5 minutes. So really good transport. We have walked all the way around as well, which took us maybe about 15. So give you an idea of transport there, but we'll give a full review about this. But that is a theme park view at the Grand Floridian for you. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Let me know in the comments if you have stayed here, and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.